And now it has been a long-standing democratic tradition, particularly in liberal parties and in liberal democracies, that you have primary debates, and that these debates are deeply entrenched in the liberal and democratic institution, where you want your government to have parties that seem to be politically mature enough to be able to govern. I think that members of the DA and our public in particular are tired of politicians who operate behind closed doors and under the cover of darkness, and who don't avail themselves for reasonable scrutiny and to be held accountable for many of the views that they hold. And this must change. And that is why I am challenging Mr. John Steenhuisen to a series of 4 live, televised, democratic debates in keeping with the great liberal tradition. I think it's important because it seems like there are many notable differences between myself and John Steenhuisen. Do they vote for John, a candidate that is part of the existing establishment and wishes and seems to really maintain the status quo? Or do they vote for a candidate that wishes to reimagine what South Africa could look like? Give our young people who are sitting at home, even when they are qualified, hope that there is going to be a better tomorrow for them. A candidate that has a bold vision for where we can take South Africa into the future. Do they vote for John, an influential and key member of both the federal executive and the National Management Committee, who sat on these bodies and oversaw the DA losing 3 of our metro governments? Or do they vote for a candidate who has worked hard to lead electoral growth and grew the party in last year's national election? Do they vote for John, a candidate who has not had a constituency in years? Or do they vote for one that created branches where there were none in the furthest parts and the most rural parts of KZN that helped us to win new electoral votes, that helped us to be kingmakers? I believe that I'm bringing bold and transformative, visionary leadership at a time when the party and the country desperately needs it. I want to show that my party can really try and make South Africa the kind of country that we all desperately want. And I'm asking for your help as delegates of the DA. In the next few months, we're going to be fighting the most important and probably the hardest local government elections that we have ever fought. And in order to ensure that we can return as many councillors as possible and make sure that we win as many seats as possible, we are going to have to capture the imagination of the youth. We are going to have to mobilize people that stayed at home and people that didn't vote for us last time to make sure that they come and vote for us this time. I want us to work together towards this goal, and I want us to do the very hard work of nation building. And the first step is, I believe, that we can do this by accepting that coalitions are a reality of South Africa's present and future in the quest to realign politics.